Hey, it's Jason. I am here at Pond Camp in the Poconos. We just wrapped up 3 incredible builds, and I cannot wait to show you what the last 2 days have looked like. So let me tell you about the 3 features. The first one is an ecosystem pond. It's about 8 feet by 11 feet. Just an incredible waterfall coming out, streams coming down, falling into a really nice, natural looking pond. It sits right outside this gazebo, which is just a fantastic setting that you can sit in and just look out. So we got an 8 by 11 pond. Over here is the skimmer where the pump is housed, and it's pushing water up to the top. And my favorite part is just look at the way it blends in between the trees. You got that big old boulder off to the side. So important to make it fit into its elements of everything else all the way around. On all of these features here, it was so important to incorporate the outside with the inside just to really make everything mesh and blend. You don't want it to look like, oh, a whole bunch of rock, you know, in one area and nothing around the outside in the other areas. So it's really important throughout to just make sure that everything blends. The next one was this bubbling rock Pondless Waterfall. And man, they did an incredible job. Sean and his team did an incredible job of making that look extremely, extremely natural. The possibilities are just endless. You can do so much with Pondless Waterfalls. There is so much going on in this one, so much attention to detail. It came out absolutely awesome. Look at the way the water is just splitting around the rocks, running different ways. It's not always just about the waterfall though. The attention to detail around the outside is just as important, sometimes even more important. Making sure that to make it look natural, you gotta have rocks off to the right, rocks off to the left. The use of some logs. The ferns are just playing right into the woodland setting we have. Again, you think you got this main waterfall here, but just look at the left-hand side and the way that that water just creeps around that rock. And just a little bit of a different way to start the waterfall. Just using some bubbling rocks. Drill out these boulders, put them in. Sometimes just doing a little bit of a different feature. You may not see this part in Mother Nature, but it's just a really nice touch that turns into a very natural looking stream the rest of the way down. Kind of cool how water comes off of the, made a little waterfall in between the 2 rocks. Water flows off of there really nicely. This thing just sounds and looks incredible. Here's what Sean had to say about it.
We had some big rocks, really nice stuff to build with. And between Enrique, myself, Jay Duke, and a bunch of other people here, you know, it was just a good creative juices were flowing. And we went a little bit crazy maybe. But it came out really nice. We have a 4 to 8 running the main line on 3-inch, and then the 5PL feeds the 3 bubbling rocks, and a 2-inch upflow coming up between some rocks. But just, you know, really nice mountain stream. Got some rock slides coming down, you know, on an angle, kind of ricocheting back and forth. It's a lot of wood mixed in there, and of course, you gotta add moss. I mean, it's like having a painting without paint, right? So, but we're pretty happy with how it came out.
Then there was the advanced build, the Pondless Waterfall. That's the one that I was on. I actually ended up in the machine most of the time as far as bringing those guys all the rocks and the gravel, but they did an incredible job of putting it together.
So the idea here was to create something more of an advanced build where they're going to have large boulders, big cascades, multiple pumps, and that's kind of what we came up with here between myself, Ed, Alan, and Ralph, and the team of people that were all here to learn. We were able to show people how to set large boulders, how to create cooling areas, how to split water around rocks, and how to try to gauge how much water you're getting out of these multiple pumps.
There's about 15,000 gallons an hour coming down over top of these falls. And it is just so cool that 2 days ago, exactly 2 days ago from right now, we started, and it's just amazing what the certified aquascape contractors can get done. One of the coolest parts is, if you look at the bottom and you look at the top, it was actually built by a lot of different people, but Jack was really down here on the bottom and Alan was really leading up top. And it's just amazing how you can't tell where one artist stopped and the other one started.
We had a really good selection of rocks. Everything's got a lot of character, so we were able to build different type of falls here. Here we have one sheep falls over here. We have another rock that's kind of tapered a little bit, so it'll get a little bit more water to one side of it. Then up here we just kind of made everything slide a little bit, so you'd see in nature like stuff comes off the banks and you know they kind of came down and touch. So that's going to be kind of more of a ripple effect. And then by placing big rocks back in the middle of where that pooling area is going to be, it just makes it look like something slid off and just got kind of stuck in a stream. And our waterfall coming out of the biofalls is just a little bit more ledgy, so it wouldn't just be a common sheep falls. So we got a lot of action there, which is going to create some white water.
You know, building was just part of it. I've been in this industry for a long time, and it is a blast to see people that I have known for so long, and we run into them, you know, once or twice a year, but it's amazing how when we do, we pick up right where we left off, and it's always a great time. Tom and his team, Fred and everybody, did an incredible job. I mean, cornhole, axe throwing, fires, you name it, it was an absolute blast.
If you have any questions, please put it in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep building your outdoor dreams.